Hey, how are we doing today? All right, do we all agree that there are times that it may fall on you to be the one who gets to speak up for yourself? I think we should all be agreed that sometimes you're the one who has to make a demand on how you are treated. You need to sometimes become assertive, especially in workplaces when it looks like nobody will get to do that for you, and it has fallen on your laps to be the one who makes some demand for yourself. Making demands for others can be easy, but when it comes to asking for something for you, you can easily become unlikable, and for good reason. It sometimes can feel selfish having to make demands for yourself. So I want to talk about 4 ways or 4 things that you need to consider when it is you speaking up for yourself. And it may not be just for yourself, it may be for you and some other people, but the fact that you stand to benefit from what you are speaking up about, you need to consider these 4 things. I mean, there might be other things, but these are just 4 things I want to mention today that you need to take into cognizance anytime you have decided to become assertive and speak up for yourself. The first one is very obvious, is that you think it's true. Of course, anyone would think about that. But the moment it has become a request, a speaking of, an assertiveness that you have to benefit from, your angle is skewed. You might need to gain some perspective. You may even need to talk to 1 or 2 people and try to be sure that you are looking at it from all sides, especially if you are speaking up for yourself. So think it through, talk to someone about it, try to empathize, see things from the other person's point of view. What will this person be thinking? Have I considered all the sides? And of course, it goes without saying that you have to give it some time so that you are off the emotional roller coaster that is taking place at the time where you have to talk about it. Just give it a few days and be sure that you are looking at this from every side. So think it through. Have stories, have data, have occasions, okay, and be able to express it. The second thing I need you to take into cognizance if you are going to speak up for yourself is examine your audience. Who exactly are you talking to? What is the balance of power when you decide you want to talk to this person? If the balance of power is skewed, how are you approaching the person? Sometimes it's very difficult to talk to the person who is the source of the problem about the problem you are having. Okay, so sometimes you need to figure out who needs to hear you. And for the people that need to hear you, you must know that there are trigger subjects for them. There are things you say and automatically it kicks all your argument out of the water. You have no argument at all. So if you figure out who your audience is, figure out what key statements are you making, what landmines are buried, what are their own experiences. There are things you will mention, like maybe something like a legal suit, and everybody clams up because everything you are saying is going to be examined under that light. There are things you can mention, like if you go on about female rights and something, it knocks off your entire argument. So you have to know who are you talking to and what landmines are buried in their experience that you don't want to go and nuke and make a mess of your entire argument. The third thing is timing. Timing is everything. You must have that one at heart. The right thing can be said at the wrong time and it becomes the wrong thing. So figure out your timing. You don't want to start discussing something when your organization is going through a down period, or when there is a deadline, or in the middle of so much activity. You have to choose your timing. Yes, it's you who is being maltreated. It's you who know what you are feeling and you need to speak up for yourself. But check your timing. If your timing is wrong, nothing you are saying can be right. And the fourth one, but not the last one, is this important? The way I say it, you have some bullets in your gun, and you only have so many, maybe 5 or 6 times where you can speak up for yourself, and after that you become that selfish person who is always asking, is it only you? So you want to choose carefully on the subject on which you want to speak up for yourself. Is it absolutely important? Is this thing something you can absolutely not live with or live without? Okay, are there other ways to go about it? There are some unspoken reactions that still tell people that this is unacceptable by you. There are some things that you can wait out. I know it's a time where we don't want to hear that everybody is about not being cheated, not being abused, not being, the one who is taking things they don't like. But you need to think this one through, and please bear with me. There are some things that you absolutely can live with. It is not on every subject matter you have to speak up about. It's not everything you have to be assertive of. Okay, the lesser the occasions where you have to speak up for yourself, the more seriously you will be taken. Okay, consider these 4 points. If today you are vying to go give someone a bit of your mind, or talk to an organization, or even talk to your boss about something you don't like, in the name of speaking up for yourself. This is Women in Leadership. Have a blessed morning.